3 weeks ago at Sports Gamers Online Stadium, the Baltimore Vultures defeated their division rival, the DC Dragons, by 1 point. Now, 3 weeks later, it's DC's turn to host as the Baltimore Vultures take on the DC Dragons. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dungeon of Dracarys Coliseum in Washington, D.C. I'm Ethan Muslin, joining here by my partner, Anthony Ellison. Anthony, 1 point was all the difference between DC and Baltimore only a couple of weeks ago. You got to think DC's got to be thinking about that. They've got that on their mind tonight as they are now hosting the defending champs.
Absolutely. They looked at that film, they watched, and they learned from the mistakes from the last game. They're going to look to justify it right there. I'm looking for two good offenses that love to run the ball. It's whoever can stop it. So, Ethan, I'm really excited for this game.
Yeah, both of these teams are in the top 10 in rushing yards per game. Baltimore at 220. They are top of the league in rushing yards. DC is 198. They're 6th place. So the difference, think about that. Difference between 1st and 6th is a difference of 2 first downs. Both of these teams struggle against the pass, so we're expecting a nice rough and tumble ground pound game today. This should be a fantastic one. DC gonna kick off to start the first half, and we are about to get things underway as this second matchup between Baltimore and DC is about to get underway. Ball is on the tee, and Putty kicks us off deep into the end zone, and it will be knelt out by David Anderson for the touchback. This is going to be a fantastic one. We're going to see Jack Wigmore now under center for the first time this game. His season has been pretty well for him so far. 90 for 155 for just over 1,200 yards. Puts him right in the middle of the pack in quarterbacks. Split back set with twins to the right side for 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be Warren Murray, the running back, as he pushes ahead for a 6-yard gain.
And you're going to see a heavy dose of running from Baltimore with Murray and Gaines. Number 1 in the league in rushing. Offensive line loves to put the helmet to helmet with other people, so this is going to be exciting to have.
Yeah, this is, as we said, it's going to be a ground and pound battle, and it's going to be really one in the trenches. On 2nd and short, they're going to hand off to T-Roy Gaines, who goes to the left side, gets away from a tackler, gets just enough for the first down. No, they're going to say he's short. They're going to say he's short of the 30-yard line, so mark it to 3rd and inches. Could we see a very early challenge? No, we will not.
With a team like this that want to just run the ball, they're just going to get back to the line and run that same exact play.
They're going to go to a offset eye for 3rd and very short. Pitch out to the left side for T-Roy Gaines. Gets around a defender. Gets that first down. Puts another man to the turf. Stays on his feet. And gets down to about the 45-yard line. Pushes ahead on that second effort for a gain of 15.
And look, there's a reason why he already has over 700 yards rushing for the season right there. It's that first initial contact, he's going to move it out the way. But look, this all set up by the offensive line right here. Make sure you're sealing the edge is really important so the fullback can get out there and do that lead blocking.
Yeah, great job there from the fullback T-Roy Gaines for the 15-yard gain. 1st and 10, just outside of the 45. Pressure coming on the outside. They'll get it up to Murray. Pushes ahead for the first down. Gets into enemy territory, and they'll be brought down inside the DC 44. Let's introduce the rest of this Baltimore Vulture offense. Jack Wigmore is the quarterback. Warren Murray, the running back. T-Roy Gaines, the fullback. Wide receivers are Ivory Irvin, David Anderson, Daley Holder, and Mac Chima. Tight ends are Caesar Ackerman and former Vegas Fury Jackson Roberts. A full line on the line of scrimmage. Tackles Ray Arnold and Olivia Bleeker. Guards are Alden Bleeker and Jay Arnold. And the center is Don Johnson. 1st and 10 from the 44. Splits back set. They're going to push up the middle for Murray. And he'll get another 5 as he gets down to about the 37.
And you're seeing the split running from Murray and Gaines. And they're running inside and outside. They're changing up their looks at the offensive line. DC need to bring more people in the box. Maybe start blitzing into those gaps where the running backs are going to be at.
They're going to bring the pressure up the middle for Gaines, and they will wrap him up right at the 40. Nice 1-yard loss on that play by Chris Britton III, the linebacker, as he came in on the pressure. Introduce the rest of the DC Dragon defense. On the line, Jose Fuentes, Evan Miller, John Gary, Kano Fortson, and Jason Bourne. Linebackers are Declan O'Rourke, Chris Britton III, and Saeed Gore. Corners are Xavier Rue III, Peanut Say, Jadubi Dew, and Daryl Bullock. Safeties are John DeSantis, Josh Vasquez, and Kevin Say Jr. And that pass looked to be intended for Chima, and it falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for Baltimore.
And that right there, that was a nice breakup by the cornerback, Daryl Bullock, right there. 2 interceptions for the season. Loves to get the hands on the ball. That's exactly what DC needs. Force Baltimore to pass the ball, and then use your defense to knock that down.
Great stop from the DC defense is going to force Matty Coffins to come out and punt this ball away. He's going to kick over to the left side, trying to go for the Coffin kick. That will sail out of bounds and looks to be out around maybe about the 17, maybe the 18-yard line. So a bit of about a 20-ish yard punt to set up DC for their first offensive drive of the game, being led by Shabazz Synergy. So far this season, 72 of 117 for just over 1,000 yards. They haven't had to do much passing, but when they do, they are pretty good. From the 18, they'll pitch out to Kevin Say, who will get met right at the line of scrimmage. He'll go for no gain. Tackle there from Frank Smith. We'll introduce the rest of this DC Dragon offense. Shabazz Synergy is the quarterback. Kevin Say and Chuck Stellar are your running backs. Cooper Allen is the fullback. Ronnie Shanahan, Sam Harrison, Mike Churchill, and Josh Gill are your wide receivers. Lauren Percoco, James Walters are your tight ends. Lucas Walters, your big tackle. This will be a run up the middle. It's only, and again, going nowhere on that play. Nice stop on that one. That was Alvin Mack, another linebacker, stepping in and making the stop. Now to be 3rd and long.
So we already saw Frank Smith, Allen Mack, 2 linebackers that have a lot of tackles for the season. They're going to fill the gap. They're going to get their nose to the ball right there. DC likes to run the ball, so they're going to have to mix some passes in.
They got a pass here against the blitz. Synergy going to run it himself. Pushes ahead for the first down. Keeps on his feet and gets down to the 32-yard line. So the quarterback puts it in H and does it himself and gets himself 12 on the play.
And that's really tough right there. You get them in a passing situation, Baltimore did, but the problem is you got to keep an eye on the quarterback. You can't just have everybody go back into coverage, and that middle is wide open right there. He saw that it was man coverage on the linebacker, went to the running back, and that middle was open for the run.
Ends up being about 14 and a half for Synergy on the run. Keeps the drive alive for DC. Synergy to throw, throws down the middle, and it's off the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Lauren Percoco, the intended target. She is the top receiver for this DC offense. 357 yards coming into this game.
And I feel like we're going to see a lot of Lauren this game, because running the ball successfully is going to lead to play action passes and good spots over the middle, because the linebackers are going to be looking for the run.
Be 2nd and 10 with twins to the left. Looks like Baltimore's putting some pressure as Josh Gill going in motion to the right side. 6 on the play clock. They're going to rush 5. Synergy looking to throw. Has a man up the middle. Oh, and it's out of the hands again and incomplete. Mike Churchill was the intended target on that one, and the play got broken up.
And DC and Synergy is going to have to recognize that. So Baltimore put 8 in the box right there to stop the run. It looks like they called the play out and went for a pass play. That's going to be something that they're going to have to do a lot, because Baltimore is not going to let the run happen.
Well, they're going to set up in a pass defense on this one. It's a 32 dime with 4 wide receivers, 3 bunched up to the right. Synergy going to have time to throw. Rolls out to his right. Pressure coming up the back. Has a man open, and it's broken up again. Incomplete. Rococo, the intended receiver, but Giovanni Bolt was there right as the ball came into her hands and broke it out.
And there's a reason why Giovanni Bolt has 7 deflections, 3rd in the league in that. Loves to get the hands in between the receiver's arms right there to knock it down, even when we thought it was a catch.
Yeah, that was a great pass, and just ended up with Bolt getting there just in the nick of time to knock it out of the hands. This will be a punt on the way. Be fair, caught at about exactly the 25. They'll call it the 26 for Ivory Irvin. And that is where Baltimore will set up. If you are new to the Simulation Football League, welcome aboard. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your journey, or just meet and greet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It is never too late to get involved. Chima going in motion over to the right side here for 1st and 10. I formation with 2 wide receivers. Looks like they got the tight end on the left side. No, it's just a regular setup. Throw up the middle, broken up and incomplete. Irvin the intended target. So now Baltimore getting a taste of their own medicine on that pass defense.
And we're seeing it on both sides right here. You're seeing a little bit more passes from both teams when they're usually running the ball. And a good job by the defense is they're breaking up all the catches so far. So this is good.
And setting up for 2nd and 10. Tight end set to the left, 2 receivers right. T-Roy Gaines going in motion. He'll go into the 2nd tight end position. Hand off to Murray up the middle. We'll get about 5, maybe 6. And he'll get blocked down for 3rd down and 4.
And that was a good run right there by Murray, followed right behind the right guard. You saw the right guard pancake number 68 right there on the play. And that's going to be good. That's a good push that you want in a running game.
3 receivers for 3rd and 4. Dime package for DC. Blitz coming. Wigmore in trouble. Ball is out and picked up by Washington. What a recovery for number 23, Xavier Rue III, as they got the ball right out of Wigmore's hands and fell on top of it.
And nobody accounted for the corner blitz right there. Xavier Rue III came off. That's a perfect play design on 3rd down right there. The lineman was already locked into who they were going to block. They did not see that cornerback coming off the edge right there, laid the bit hit, and now DC has the ball in scoring position.
Only a few yards away from getting into the red zone. They're going to start on Baltimore's 24-yard line. Twins to the left side. Synergy going to pitch out to Kevin Say, and he'll get about 4 on the play before getting brought down by Elijah Warfield. This will give us time to introduce the Baltimore Vulture defense. On the line, Joe Duncan, Al Walker, Ralph Leopold, Nate Brown, and Saron Yates IV. Linebackers are Frank Smith, Keenan Samuels, and Alvin Mack. Corners are Ben Stackenpaper, Enzo Bolt, Marvin Himes, and Elijah Warfield. Safeties are Giovanni Bolt and Troy Loshaw. You hand off to Say. He's going to try to push through traffic at the 20. He'll get a few more yards. Probably get about 3 before Warfield makes the stop. It'll be 3rd and 4.
And going back to that turnover right there, the center has to recognize when there's blitzes showing so you can do the right alignment. If you shift your line the wrong way, something like that can happen, and that can get your quarterback hurt right there. So blocking is very important.
Yeah, and not just that, you got to have the awareness of knowing exactly what that defense is going to do. 3rd and 4, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Synergy going to throw, checks it down to Say. He has wide open room. He'll get just short of the 1st down. Tried to spin out of the way of the defender, but ended up costing more time going downfield. That was Ben Stackenpaper making the stop. It'll be 4th and 1 coming up. And they will bring out Potty to kick this field goal. From the right hash, it is up, and that is more than good. First points on the board for DC as they score the field goal on a 4-play drive to make it 3-0 with 3:47 to go here in the first quarter. You got to think Baltimore's probably breathing a sigh of relief, because that fumble could have easily led to 6, and at least letting DC concede 3 is probably a good victory for Baltimore as they get the ball back.
Kind of one of the better outcomes that you can have, especially having a unfortunate turnover pinned down like that, to play good defense and only give up 3 points.
Anderson on the kickoff return will bring it up right to the Baltimore 30-yard line. Aerial coverage of today's game is provided by Dags Drone Works, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. You can learn more about that at dagsdroneworks.com, DAGGS droneworks.com. Next possession here for Baltimore, starting on their own 30-yard line, down by 3. Shouldn't be anything to worry about for the time being, but we'll see how things progress here with this drive. 1st and 10, 3 receivers and 2 in the backfield. Supposed to be a nickel package for DC, and a quick pass is incomplete. Might have been thrown a little bit low there for Chima, and it'll be 2nd down.
It looks like the pressure up the middle got to him. Wasn't able to set the feet like the way you want to, so that's why you saw an inaccurate pass right there.
2nd and 10, they'll set up in that same position. This will be the same nickel package with a shift to the left. Blitz coming up the middle, and there's the reception to Daly Holder. Gets a good gain of 8. That'll be a more manageable 3rd and 2 coming up.
And if I'm Baltimore, you got to look out for the delayed blitzes. That's the 2nd time this drive in the game so far that DC has brought blitz after the ball was snapped.
They're going to hand it off on 3rd down. T-Roy Gaines will get it up for the first, stays on his feet, and they'll push to probably about the 41-42. But I think we have an injury on the play. Yes, we do. It's a DC defender who is down, and that is Declan O'Rourke on the ground. Not a good sight to see there. Their star inside linebacker. So we will have to see how he will fare for the rest of this game. We'll hopefully get an update on O'Rourke later on in the broadcast. But enough movement from T-Roy Gaines to get the 1st down. They'll bring it up to the 42.5. Pitch out to Gaines. He has room to the right side. Gets to midfield. 1st down. And enough to get to inside enemy territory down to about the 39-yard line.
And that right there was led by the block on the kick out on the tackle right there. It was able to get Gaines the open field that he needs to get to the 1st down. That was a great run.
Ends up being about a gain of about 16 on the play. Moving the ball into enemy territory, now hoping to at least get themselves into scoring position. Split back set with 3 wide receivers for Wigmore. Blitz coming up the middle. He'll cover it, throws the deep ball, and somehow it's caught by Ivory Irvin inside the DC red zone. That has got to be an early nominee for the Retroid. Nice hands catch of the game. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. What an incredible catch.
Yeah, it looks like the defender just overran that route right there, and that's the way to say the concentration on the catch. Great job by Baltimore to get that 1st down.
Irvin making the catch, goods for 23 yards. Now 1st down at the 17. Blitz up the middle. They're going to push for the run as Murray will probably get about 2 on the play. Gets him right to the 15 as he's brought down by Josh Vasquez. So far, it's been a pretty balanced attack for Baltimore. 5 runs for Murray, 5 runs for Gaines, 5 pass attempts for Wigmore. See if they throw into the air on this one. They will. Wigmore rolls out to his left, has a man up the middle, caught, and into the end zone for Daly Holder. Touchdown, Baltimore!
Oh, and that's 2 fantastic catches on this drive for Baltimore right there. They came out with a little bit different game plan. They were able to pick up the blitz from DC. Beautiful post, got in front of the defender. Once again, getting ready to take the contact hit, knowing that it was going to be a big hit, held on to the ball. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now let's see how DC responds here. They had the opportunity to score when they had that turnover right there. Baltimore came out with a good defensive stop. So let's see what DC can do on this drive.
Let's see how they do up the middle. It's going to be a kick return outside. There will be a flag down. And this will be our first penalty of the game. Let's see who gets the wagging finger on this one. And that is a call against Baltimore, so there'll be a few more yards added to the play as Marvin Himes commits the no-no. It's going to put the ball at the DC 42-yard line. DC hoping to respond with that from that Baltimore touchdown. It was 7 plays, 70 yards on that last drive. It was really good. Synergy going to throw with pressure coming up the left side. Has a man out the middle. Lauren Prococo, she gets it up to the 39. That's good for first down.
And then leading the team and receiving, we were waiting to see more of Lauren. And right there, nice release from the tight end position. Past the linebacker that was playing a short zone right there, but right in front of the safety. I absolutely love those passes.
Sorry, that brought it out to the 41. That's the first catch of the day for Lauren Prococo. That gets her, it was a 19-yard gain to get up to the Baltimore 41. Now immediately in enemy territory. 3 receivers for Synergy. They'll pitch it out to Kevin Say. Gets over the defender and gets delayed enough. Just enough for Troy Loshaw to make the stop for a 1-yard gain.
And that was tough right there, looking to like hurdle every defender. There was a couple of offense and defensive players on the ground right there. But good job by Baltimore filling in every gap and stopping the run before something big happened.
Puts it right at the 40-yard line for 2nd and 9. 3 receivers with Say getting the fake handoff. Gonna get the throw. Prococo with another catch down to the 30, about the 27-yard line. Another big gain there of about 12, 13 yards for another first down.
And if I'm Baltimore, I know that Lauren is their favorite target. And coming off the play action pass, that's very successful for DC. And you gotta put more eyes on her. If not, it's going to be a long game for Baltimore.
Yeah, it could lead to a lot of trouble. Surrendering a lot more aerial attacks than on the ground. I know both of these teams are very good in terms of their rushing offenses and rushing defenses, but you got to count for that airstrike. Pitch over to Say to the right side. He'll get a couple of yards before getting brought down by Bolt. That'll bring up a 3-yard gain as we look to probably go into the end of the first quarter. Clock slowly ticking away. Yeah, we'll probably hit the quarter and then we'll flip the field on this one. And there we go. 0's on the clock for the first quarter. 1 in the books, 3 more to go. And Baltimore holds a 7-3 lead. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. Let's flip the field and come right back. Welcome back to Washington, D.C. Ethan Muslin, Anthony Ellison here on the call for you tonight from Dungeon of Dracarys Stadium here in the district. 2nd down coming up. It'll be a pitch over to the left side for Kevin Say. Bolts over a defender and just gets enough to move the chains for a first down. Now inside the Baltimore red zone, they are threatening.
Oh, it's really nice to watch. Just good blocking up front, led by Lauren, who does more than just catch the ball, going up there, getting the nose on the linebacker, and all Say has to do is just follow behind the blockers.
All he had to do is just follow the trail, and he had all those yards. Now gets it up to the 17-yard line. Synergy with a wide-open receiver. Mike Churchill into the end zone. Touchdown, DC!
And that is what happens when you run the ball successfully. Now you're going to have defenders looking in the backfield right there and not paying attention to their assignment on the zone coverage right there. Great play call. The receiver was able to get behind the coverage for an easy touchdown.
Yeah, you saw there, that was stacking paper, getting bit on the zone coverage. And Churchill was wide open on that play. 17-yard touchdown pass to cap off the 6th play. 56-yard drive. It'll be Potty to kick the extra point. Bit of a bobble snap there, but it's up and through. That'll make it 10-7 with 9:35 to go here in the first quarter. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. Anderson going to take this one from about the 3-yard line, pushing up the middle. Big hit there right at the 30-yard line, but Anderson getting all that profit to get Baltimore in pretty good field position.
And we expected this is going to be a good game, and it has not failed right now. Back and forth right here. Now it's time to Baltimore go back, did what they did last drive right there, run the ball effectively, mix in the pass. They had 2 great catches on the last drive right there. It's all about how can you respond.
Now, Wigmore so far on the day, 3 for 6 for 45. Murray and Gaines combined for 71 yards on 10 carries on the ground. There'll be another handoff up the middle for Gaines. Puts one man down, but right as soon as he does, John DeSantis makes the play and stops him for a gain of 8. Oh man, Vasquez just got plastered on that one. So we'll bring up 2nd down and 2. You see Gaines there in the backfield in the running back position. Only one receiver on the left. They will hand it off to Gaines, who will push up the middle. Does he get enough for the first down? He does! Just barely moves the chains and keeps the drive alive.
That's a tough run right there. Like, a lot of times people don't appreciate a 2-yard, 3-yard run. But right there, that could have been stopped in the backfield. It was able to just churn the feet and get towards that first down marker.
Now just beyond the 40-yard line for Baltimore with 3 wide receivers. Wigmore going to throw up the middle and broken up. Irvin, the intended target. But you saw the breakup there from Peanut Say, along with a second defender there to make it 2nd and 10. We'll go back into twins to the right side. And you see Ackerman, the tight end, there on the left side of the field. Wigmore to throw, 5 in coverage, gets it away, nearly intercepted, but just out of the hands of Josh Vasquez. He couldn't haul it in.
And once again, they dialed up that delayed blitz. They came off the edge, and the offensive line did not pick it up in time because it looks like they were blocking to the right, and the blitz came in from the left side right there. Great play call by the defensive coordinator.
Brings up 3rd down and 10. You hear the dungeon starting to get a little loud. 4 wide receivers with 3 to the right. They're going to hand it off to Murray up the middle. And it'll only end up being a gain of 7. DeSantis there to make the play, but it will force Baltimore to bring out Matty Coffins and punt.
And it looks like DC is just calling the blitz at like the right time right there. The delayed blitz is giving Baltimore a problem. I will go to the sideline from the offensive lineman. I'm looking at the tablet. I'm reading and looking at those plays. We need to pick up those blitzes off the edge.
Coffin's kick is returned by Sam Harrison, and that'll put the ball on DC's 18-yard line. If you're liking this game so far, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is nobody else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. DC going to start just a hair inside their own red zone. Josh Gill in motion over to the left side for 1st and 10. 2 receivers, 2 in the backfield on the offset eye. Synergy to throw, gets away from the defenders, has to get it away, throws it out, and a one-handed catch from Josh Gill up to the 45-yard line. A 27-yard pass for 1st down.
Spectacular catch right there, but that play took a while to happen just because of the route, and that's because the offensive line gave Synergy the time to throw the ball. Great job on the blocking and a fantastic catch right there. for the first down.
That's definitely another Retroid nice hands catch of the game. That'll definitely be in the running. Synergy going to pitch out to Kevin Say, going to get met up by Alvin Mack as soon as he gets past the line, and it'll end up being a 3-yard gain.
And you know what, Ethan? We were expecting a lot more of running, especially for DC, but they're really catching us off guard right here and throwing the football effectively, which is catching Baltimore off guard. Because I know Baltimore was studying to stop the run, but DC said, no, we're going to do something different because we want to get this W.
And that's kind of what you got to do. You gotta plan and anticipate and do all those sorts of things in the game planning. As Kevin's saying, close to the first down, they'll say he got it. Just enough to move the sticks. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We might see a red hanky come out. Let me take another look at this.
But great job right there for Baltimore. 49, Keenan Samuels, able to get off of his blocker and chase down that run play, because that could have been more.
It really could have. So no challenge coming out on the field. They're going to let this one go. First down from the 45 of Baltimore. Twins to the right. Pressure looking to be on the left side of the defense. They're starting to juke and jive a little bit. Yes, they will. Pressure comes up the left side, and they will throw it out to Prococo, who gets 5 on that quick pass.
And we're seeing right there is Synergy picking it up a rhythm right there. That's the third completion in the row right there. And it helps when you got receivers that's going to be holding on to the ball right there, recognizing the hot blitz, get the ball out the hand as quickly as possible.
Second down, they'll hand off to Kevin Say, who's going to go out to the outside. Tried to get to the sideline. Oh, it ends up being a loss of 5. Great job there from Alvin Mack to finish the job. And now they're back to square one on this set of downs.
And the thing right there is it was nowhere to go. They played the outside and the inside lane, so the cutback wasn't there as well. And Shea was trying to do everything he can to get to the outside, but great job by the defense right there containing it.
Now to third down and 10. Synergy, 4 wide receivers with 3 on the left side. Look at the defense starting to creep up. They're shifting into man coverage. Might be seeing a little bit of pressure here. They'll only rush 4. Synergy to throw. Gets away from the defenders. Has time. Throws the deep ball, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage from Giovanni Bolt. His skill was the intended target, but I think that one might have just been overthrown.
Yeah, just missed the receiver right there. That could have been a big play for DC.
So that will bring out the punt unit for the Dragons. You see there, Irvin back to return. He's standing about at his own goal line. Kick going over to the right side. They might let this one go. Well, Irvin will take the catch, and he'll take it up to the 10 and push up to about the 12-yard line. So now things are starting to slow down just a little bit. We had a pretty explosive end of the first, opening of the second, and now we're midway through the second quarter. Things are kind of getting into a more chill rhythm right now. First and 10, Twins to the right side with the offset eye. Baltimore on their own 12-yard line. Wigmore to throw, only facing 4 on the rush. Has a man right side, Matt Chima wide open. We'll get down to the 35-yard line, another gain of 17.
And right there, that was just a great route. So it's a cover 2 defense right there. So you have a little blanket spot behind the cornerbacker, but in front of the safety. And all the receiver did right there was sit right in that zone. Perfect. Catch the ball and get down safely.
Brought it up right to the 35-yard line. Now first and 10. Pitch out to the right side for T-Roy Gaines, and he will go nowhere. They'll give him the line of scrimmage at the very least to bring up second and 10.
And great stop right there by the defense, knowing that they still want to run the ball, so they kept the containment on Gaines right there. It's a good play for DC.
Now 2 receivers, 2 in the backfield. Wigmore to throw, pressure coming away, gets it out, flag is down. You saw there just at the last minute. This might be an automatic first. Yeah, they will. Yeah, that'll be a pass interference call on Saeed Gore. So they will take that penalty and get the automatic first. Let's take another look at that. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You can't interfere with the receiver on the route right there, and that's what looks like it was happening. Looks like he was in the zone. It just didn't pay attention to the receiver over there and got in their way.
All the credit in the world, though, for still making the catch, even in the midst of that interference coverage, but still managing to get the first down either way. Wigmore now 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. Nickel defense for DC. They're going to hand it off up the middle for Gaines, and the fullback set. And he'll get up for about a gain of 7, closing in on that midfield stripe.
Right here, so this is going to be a manageable second down right here. Maybe looking to doing a play action pass and looking for one of your big targets. Big Mac, once again, likes to go up there and grab the ball.
Yeah, could be one of those. Could be a nice push up the right side. It'll go left this time for Gaines, who gets the first up to the 45. And brought down from behind by Chris Britton to set the third. Right inside enemy territory. Another first down coming up for the Vultures.
And that was Jackson Roberts right there, the tight end for Baltimore, that sealed the edge on that. Was able to held up the DC defender just enough for Gaines to get past to get that first down right there. So that's great blocking on the end by the tight end.
Now inside the DC 42, 1st and 10. I formation. He'll hand it off. Gaines met at the line. Nice stop on that play from the DC defense. Holding up for no gain. I think that might have been the secondary inside linebacker making that stop, number 50, who's stepping in for Declan O'Rourke. Wigmore throws it out to Gaines on the check down. He'll get to about the 35. Ends up being an 8-yard gain. Now they've got a more manageable 3rd and 2.
And sometimes it's not the big plays that's really good for passing. Right there, that's a check down pass. That's reading the option of where the ball should go, realizing that no defender was on Gaines. Just check it down to your running back.
All worked out. Now 3rd down and manageable. Wigmore pitches out to Gaines. He'll push ahead. Oh, no. Excuse me, that is not T-Roy Gaines. That's the secondary running back, but DeSantis with the stop. Going to make it 4th down and 1. Looks like they've got the offense out on the field for this one. They're going to go for it.
I love it. I love it. You want to win. You play to win the game right here. Let's see who's going to win, offense or defensive line.
And for Gaines up the middle. Did he get it? No, he did not! It's a turnover on downs, and it's the backup inside linebacker making the save.
Well, we know who won that battle. The defensive line was able to get enough push. I love the shedding of the blocker by the backup linebacker right there. Was able to come in and make a play, especially when they need it.
Oh, but I think this is a good call here from Baltimore. They're going to challenge the spot of the ball. Coach Tom Johnson throwing the red flag. We're going to get verification of whether he made the first down or not. Let's take a retroactive look at this play presented by a Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com. Let's get a good look on that one. Let's take a look at the other angle.
It's very important that we see where the nose of the football is when forward progress was stopped. So right there, it looks like it was ahead of the first down marker. So that should be a first down, should be overturned.
Yes, they are. It will be an overturned call. So that will make it a first down for Baltimore. Nice use of the challenge to keep the ball in their hands. But credit to the defense for doing their best to try to push T-Roy Gaines outside that line to gain.
And great job by the Booths looking at the replay, realizing that Gaines, the nose of the football, had crossed the first down marker before the forward progress was stopped right there.
New set of downs now at the 32 of DC. 5 on the play clock here for 3 wide. Wigmore going to hand it off. A little bit of trouble there for Gaines as he got caught in traffic. He gets brought down by Chris Britton the third. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in DC. Baltimore trying to push for a tie or even take the lead before we get into the half. This is the Simulation Football League presented by 8 PM Music here on YouTube. Second down from about the 30-yard line for Wigmore. Gonna give time to throw out the middle. Caught! And into the end zone is Caesar Ackerman for the Vulture touchdown!
Incredible patient in the pocket right there. Was able to look off 2 defenders, went through 3 progressions of there, and was able to throw a strike over the middle. That was a cover 2 defense by DC right there, and the 2 safeties split, so the middle was wide open. That's how you beat a cover 2. You throw a seam route with the tight end or receiver and split the middle in half, and that's exactly what Baltimore did. They were aggressive this whole drive, and they topped it off with a touchdown.
And they'll kick it off with the Shark Tarkington extra point. That'll make it 14-10 with 1:56 to go here in the first half. Yeah, 11 plays, 86 yards. Finishing off with that 30-yard touchdown pass. That was just a great throw right down the middle. Like you had Ackerman open. Chima was in that secondary spot. He looked open too, so either one of them would have been great catches. Ball taken at the goal line. On the kickoff, going to be pushed up to the 20, to the 25, stays on his feet to the 30, cannot get away from the defender, but gets DC into really good field position from Ronnie Shanahan up to the Dragon 33.
And the way this game is looking, I love the aggressiveness on both sides of the ball. DC right here, there's a lot of time. You got your timeouts. See, take some shots down the field. You know you have a good target, and Lauren, Let's go ahead and get her involved, get some running involved right here. There's still a lot of time to get a score before half.
Yeah, still plenty of time. All your timeouts, about 1 minute and 49 seconds now on the clock. All the time in the world to hold this last possession. Tight ends are shifting around, and they're going to put James Walters in motion over to the left side with 2 receivers and 1 in the backfield. 3 on the play clock. They will snap it. Synergy looks to throw. As a man over to the right side, knocked away and incomplete. Great breakup on that play. Let's go to a game break with Cameron Irvine, who's in Indianapolis.
Thank you, Ethan. Christian Pierce doing a lot of dancing in the first half. He's got all kinds of space to try into the end zone. Gene Struthers just fumbled on a quarterback keeper as well. 14-3 Indy over the surging Nightwings, at least for today. Back to you in D.C.
Thank you, Cam. As we see another run. Oh, this will be a play fake for Synergy. Going to throw up the middle. Caught by Percoco near midfield. They'll say probably about the 49-yard line. They're going to hold on. They're going to take their time with this. It's the first down for DC.
And the completion percentage has been very high off of the play action pass. That's another one right there. Lauren loves to run that route over the middle. The linebackers were froze from the play action. That's a great call. Now you got to hurry up. Time is not on your side.
Yeah, and you see the play clock and game clock almost in sync with about 1 minute extra on the game clock. Synergy looks to throw as a wide open receiver, and it's caught by James Walters for another first down. DC will take their first time out.
So now we're gonna test the coach out to see how your clock management is. You know, you have 2 timeouts. You need to maybe look at routes outside that can get you out of bounds. Be mindful if you run the ball to get up quickly and get to the line.
They'll put Churchill in motion from right to left. They're going to have 3 receivers on that side. See Kevin Say in the offset single back position. Synergy to throw. Quick pass up the middle. One-handed catch down to the 23-yard line. Another timeout taken by DC.
What a catch right there. It looks like one-handed catches are just going to be a thing for this game for both sides right there. This is absolutely wonderful.
Fantastic one-handed catch. We are seeing a lot of Retroid Nice Hands catches of the game just in this first half alone. They're going to put Josh Gill in motion over to the left side. They're at the 21-yard line. 63 feet away from pay dirt. Synergy rolls to his right. Looks for a pass. Throws down the middle. Caught and short of the goal line. but another timeout taken by DC. They're going to have first and goal with about a piece of paper to go.
And DC is mixing it up with the protection. Right there, they did a sprint out to the right, which gave the quarterback more time to find that play, find a receiver down the field right there, and they're moving the ball really well.
Yeah, it's first and goal. It's about first and maybe about a ball length and a half. Synergy looking to throw. Checks it down. Wide open. Kevin Say. Touchdown, DC.
And folks, chat, we are in for a good one here. This is the back and forth that everybody expected in the second time they're meeting this season right here. And this is what we saw. DC stretching the ball down the field. DC is not known for passing the ball. They love to run the ball. So what they did this drive, pass the ball, stretching the field, catching Baltimore off guard. This is fantastic to watch.
Yeah, that was a great play. Great knowledge to check that down to Say, who had all the room in the world to just waltz right into the end zone and crosses that goal line with less than a minute to go. 5 plays, 45 yards. With that last extra point now up and good. 67 yards. That last play didn't get counted for some reason. 6 for 67 with that 1-yard touchdown pass to Kevin Say. Now makes it 17-14 with 59 seconds to go in the first half. Baltimore on the back foot just a little bit. And they'll kneel it down here for the touchback. They'll get them right to the 20 with a little less than a minute to go.
And
so
Baltimore,
now if you're on Baltimore side, now they're kind of in the same position DC was. They kind of got to hurry downfield and use their timeouts, don't you think?
Yeah. Try to get some D outs right here. There's still a lot of time. You can get in field goal range, if not score the ball.
Wigmore on the pressure, gets it away. Nice jumping catch from Mac Chima, and Baltimore will take their first timeout.
Yeah, go ahead and do 3 more of those type of passes right there. We got ourselves in scoring range. Fantastic. What a way to get to the high point of the ball and bring it down. And that's also a great tackle right there by DC.
18-yard catch makes it to the 38-yard line. First and 10 for Baltimore, 3 wide receivers. Nickel set here for DC. They're only going to rush 3. Wigmore throws out to his left and incomplete. Ivory Irvin, the intended target, just couldn't bring it in. It'll be second down now with 49 seconds left.
And if I'm DC, I'm still thinking about doing those delay blitzes right there. Baltimore's been having a tough time blocking them, and it's catching them off guard right here. So let's see if DC brings some heat.
They're going to go in the nickel set again. Irvin in motion over to the right side. We'll put 2 receivers on the right side, 1 to the left. Wigmore going to throw, only facing 3. And a tipped in the air, incomplete. Looks like that was a breakup there from Josh Vasquez on the deflection. Now 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, great job getting the hands up by Vasquez right there, knocking the ball loose. Right now, DC is looking for that stop on 3rd down. Maybe get the ball back with a good punt return. Think about scoring.
They'd have time for a couple of plays if they can make it happen. 3rd down and 10. They've got 2 and 2 for Baltimore. Wigmore rolls to his right, looks for a man, has it out the opposite field, and it's caught by Irvin for the first down. Baltimore will take their second timeout.
Ooh, I am always wary about throwing the ball across the field. Looks like it was a sprint out to the right and then went back to the left. Great concentration right there to catch the ball. But right now you need to look at throwing the ball down the field instead of to the sides.
Yeah, so now resets the downs now from Baltimore's own 49. Wigmore to throw. Has a deep one out the right side. Irvin again, this time to the 37. And they're going to go no huddle here. They're going to keep that final timeout. Resetting, and they'll spike the ball with 27 seconds left.
So you're sitting there, so you're about maybe 7 to 10 yards. I would say 10 yards to be comfortable for your kicker in field goal range. So you don't need to maybe take one more shot down the field. You do have a timeout, but you got to remember the clock is going to run really quickly if you run the ball.
Right now it would be about a 54-yard attempt for Tarkington. It'd be a long shot, but he could make it. Wigmore to throw. As a man, Irvin again down to the 20 to the 19. And again, they're going to go no huddle. Clock now under 20 seconds to go. They might spike this one again. And they will. Chopping the clock with 14 seconds left.
So now right there, that's a good play because now your kicker is in a comfortable field goal range. You got 14 seconds, you have a timeout. So there's two things you can do here. Me, I would probably throw the ball down the field. I'll try to throw something that only the receiver can go up and get. If you don't get it, that's fine. That stops the clock. Or if not, run the ball to get in favor of the kicker.
I would agree with you to at least take one shot. They're going to pitch out to T-Roy Gaines, who cuts up the middle, up to the 15, stays on his feet, down inside the 10. That's where Baltimore will take their final timeout.
Great run here. So you got to be careful. You got 9 seconds. You have enough time to do a 3-step drop and throw a fade route into the end zone. You got big targets up there. Looks like this could be a field goal.
It will be. It's a Shark Tarkington 26-yard attempt to tie this game. A bit of a low snap, but it's up, and it's good. And that'll make it 17 all with 6 seconds to go here in the first half. This is kind of what we were expecting from this matchup.
And they haven't cheated us at all. I hope everybody's enjoying this because they are going back and forth. I love the aggressive calls by both teams right there. We're seeing something different in both teams that's making this such a good football game.
Really is. It's going to be an exciting one. If it's anything like this first half, the second half is going to be amazing. Ball going to be knelt down in the end zone. 5 seconds. It'll probably be enough for one play. They might just hold on to this, give Kevin a run, and probably take it to the locker room tied up.
And if I'm both teams, I'm happy with the performance in the first half. There are some things that we can work on, like both teams can work on. But at the end of the day, you can't ask for a better first half.
Absolutely. This is kind of what we were expecting in this deep-seated rivalry. Kevin Say going to pop out to the left side. He won't get much yardage on that one. Nice stop on the play. That was Troy Loshaw making the call. And that will do it for the first half of play. And we are knotted up 17 apiece going into the first half. And we kind of expected this to be a tight battle. Boy, the first half definitely delivered. We're going to take a couple of snapshots of the first half. Oh, both of these squads have been really good, both in the air and on the ground.
Yeah, and big kudos to Synergy right here, throwing really good passes, high percentage passes right here, 10 for 15 for the day right here, mixing it up with the run. I really like how DC came out with a different identity. We know that they can run the football, but the fact is that they're passing it as well is catching Baltimore off guard.
Yeah, the passing game has been the real factor in keeping DC in this game so far. Otherwise, they probably would have been struggling to keep themselves afloat. But you see there, the player of the half, Shabazz Synergy, 11 of 16 for 147. And yeah, that's the other thing, that 14-yard rush that he had that kept that drive alive, that ended up going down the field. That's just great awareness there from the vet as they managed to keep this even keel. We're about to get the second half underway. That's the interesting bit about it. Like, Synergy's got 14 yards of rushing. Kevin Say's got 22 yards of rushing. A few more yards, you could see a quarterback taking the rushing lead for their team. Don't know if it'll happen here, but you never know in the SFL. Ball kicked underway for the second half. They'll be brought out. Up to the 10, up to the 20, and into coverage and traffic, trying to stay on his feet, Sam Harrison. But nothing doing there as they'll bring it up to the DC 23.
So you had time in the half to look at certain things that you can improve on. If I'm DC on offense, getting a little more rushing out. I know Baltimore has been focusing on say this game, but mix in some more runs. If I'm DC, Baltimore, I'm looking for more consistency in the passing game right here and stopping the pass for DC.
Yeah, they're going to have to make that adjustment and try to stop Synergy's aerial attack and force him to get back on Kevin Say's bandwagon here. Synergy to throw, 5 on the rush. And he gets a little bit away, in trouble, but he gets it down to Josh Gill, who will get it for the first down. Looks to be about a 14, 15-yarder on that one.
And what we saw there, I wish we could go back and take a look, is called a perfect pocket. And when you have a pocket, it's literally a circle right there, and you can stand in there and you can fire a strike. And that's exactly what Synergy did. Great protection by the offensive line. Gill was able to come back on a comeback route and get open, and that's a great throw and a great start for DC.
Great opening play there for the second half. Ends up going for 15 yards. Now 1st and 10 from the 42. Synergy gonna run it himself. He'll run for the first down, and down into enemy territory to the Baltimore 45. That's gonna put Shabazz Synergy on the top row of rushing for DC.
So I talked about a good pocket to play before, and once again, that's another good pocket. What Synergy realized was the heat was coming from the outside, so he was able to step up clean and rush for the first down. The linebackers recognized it was man coverage, and they went to go get their assignment. Synergy is realizing that the middle is open, and that's a good run.
Great run up to the 45. Synergy now facing pressure, getting away from it. Checks it down, and it'll be a 4-yard gain to Mike Churchill, keeping that ball moving forward.
And what Baltimore is trying to do is to bring more pressure so Synergy is uncomfortable. But what Synergy is doing is making them pay with his feet.
But the problem is Synergy has been using his feet now, over 25 yards on 2 carries. Kevin Say going to run outside, and he'll get about another 4 or so to set up for 3rd down and 2.
And I know this is fairly early in the third quarter, but this is a key play for Baltimore right here. Right now, DC got the momentum, and they are just pushing the ball right here. So you're looking for a stop if I'm Baltimore.
Yeah, big stop, because you're probably putting them just a hair outside of field goal range here. 3rd down and 2. I formation, receiver right. Pitch out right side for Kevin Say. Pushes ahead, gets the first down, and wrapped up down to the 31, maybe the 30-yard line. Great gain of about 7 or 8 yards to move the sticks.
And right now, DC's offensive line is willing their way to a first down. And it's all about engaging in your blocking and pushing right there. And they're just working the Baltimore defensive line.
And a pitch out again for Say on 1st and 10. Gets caught into some traffic. Pushes up to the 26 and manages to get 7. I think they'll give him the credit of going to about the 25.
And we're liking to see Say is picking up speed right there, getting more and more yardage, and that could be a problem.
You see Baltimore's defense stacking the box a little bit. 5 on the line. They're going to rush it up the middle. Say gets around it and down to the 20 for another first down. And now the Dragons back inside the Baltimore red zone.
And 3 straight runs right there, and they're getting big chunk yardage. That's going to be on the lookout for a play action pass right there if I'm DC.
I would not be surprised in that. They've got the tight end set up to the right. Synergy will throw down the right side. Caught! And that is Walters making the catch inside the 5. 1st and goal to go for Washington.
And the thing is, when you run the ball so well, you have to pay attention to it. And what happened right there is you're looking at the linebackers, looking in the backfield of DC, waiting to see where the run happened. And all DC is going to do is, I'm going to throw it over the top and get those good yardage.
Now 1st and goal to go from just outside the 3. They're about 10 feet away from pay dirt. I formation, heavy set, Synergy rolling to his right. Looking for the throw. Tipped in the air and incomplete. Alvin Mack broke that one up alongside Giovanni Bolt.
Yeah, that's a good play right there. Once again, that was a rollout looking for the tight end in the corner right there, but the defense was able to make a play.
Great defensive stop on that play. They've got to do it a couple more times. to keep DC out of the end zone. 2nd and goal. 2 tight ends to the left this time. They will pitch it. Say, going to the left side, has room, and he'll stop down at about the 2, maybe even the 1. Another stop there from Alvin Mack, now 3rd and goal.
Yeah, and that's the way to put your nose right there, blow up the play before a touchdown. That's a great tackle by Mack.
Probably the most important play for Baltimore in this drive. 3rd and goal, about 5 feet away. Say, pushing, diving, cannot get it! Stopped on the line from Frank Smith. And that'll bring up 4th down and goal to go. But DC is going to challenge the spot of the ball. They think he crossed the plane.
And we need to go back and take a look at this again. Once again, it's very important. When we're watching the replay here, it's where the nose of the football is before he is down. If that nose, any part of the nose breaks the plane, that is a touchdown right there. And that's what we're going to look at.
We're going to take this retroactive look at the play. Brought to you by Retroid. Here's the call. The call has stands. He did not make it. So that will give DC a timeout taken away. Oh, but you got to figure it was a good call to try to see if he could get it there. And Stephen Mullinex, great call on the challenge, just fell short.
Yeah, it looks like the knee was down before the ball broke the plane right there. And that's a great job by the refs to go take a look at that replay right there. And great stop by Baltimore, only holding DC to a field goal possibly.
Yeah, and that chip shot from Pauty is up and good. 17-yard field goal will cap off a 12-play, 76-yard drive. Now makes it 20-17 in favor of DC with 5:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now available free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL, as Anderson's going to take that kickoff return for a little bit of profit up to the Baltimore 23. Baltimore now down 3 with about 5.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Wigmore to throw, has time to get it away, has the open receiver, tipped off and incomplete. Nice deflection there from John DeSantis, getting away from that deep ball.
And that could have been trouble right there. The defense was reading that. Got to be careful, Wigmore. You got to make sure your eyes are looking elsewhere so the safety doesn't find out what you're trying to do.
2nd down and 10. 3 wide with 2 to the left. They'll hand it off. Gaines caught in the middle of the pile. Ends up going for a loss of 3. Boy, you got to think DC's momentum is on their side now as Chris Britton III making that tackle.
And coming up to make a play right there. This is big for Baltimore right here. You don't want the drive to stall. You want to get a 1st down.
They'll go 4 wide receivers with 3 to the right. Wigmore rolling in that direction. Gonna throw the deep ball into the hands of the receiver down to the 47-yard line. David Anderson, his first catch of the day, goes for a huge gain.
And his first catch of the day is a huge one. 3rd and 13 right there. Great job rolling out of the pocket to give you a little bit more time. Skinny post, and was able to fit it in a tight window when you have the defensive back hovering over that receiver.
Ends up going for 26 yards on the play as they go down to the Baltimore 46-yard line. Twins to the right for 1st down. Murray going to push up the middle. Not much doing on that one as he's going to get brought down by Saeed Gore for about a minimal gain. They've been really depending on T-Roy on the ground so far tonight. 73 yards on the ground for T-Roy. Murray now up to about 38. Blitz coming up the middle for Wigmore. Gets it away. One-handed catch from Irvin, and he gets into enemy territory down to the 41 of DC.
And right there, Baltimore picked up that delayed blitz that DC's been doing very successfully in the first quarter, right on the first half. Able to get enough time so Irving can get that catch and Wigmore can get that pass off right there. That's exactly what you want for Baltimore. You want to pick up those blitzes from DC, and it'll give you enough time to get the ball down the field.
Yeah, great job on the line picking up that blitz and holding them off. Giving that great pass to Irvin. Wigmore to throw again here on first down. Under pressure. Gets it away. Another one-handed grab from Mac Chima. Now inside the DC red zone.
Big Mac right there with a big-time catch. Once again, that's a beautiful pocket. Was able to go through your progressions. Wigmore looked into the left, looked to the right, looked off the safeties enough that Mac is open down the middle, but it all is because that pocket was beautiful and was able to trust the offensive line so you can make a throw.
That pass ended up going for a good amount of yards. First down now for Baltimore. Throws the open ball, and it's incomplete. Chima again the intended target. That last play for Chima ended up going for 31 yards. But that one, unfortunately, going for Nas. He ended up in triple coverage. Second down from the 17. 3 wide in the split back set. Dime defense for DC. Wigmore to throw. Has time. Looking for the deep ball. In trouble! And brought down by Jose Fuentes for the first sack of the ball game.
And that right there, that's what we call a coverage sack, meaning that there was nobody open down the field. DC was in a great zone. It's kind of tough to make a play when you're like holding the ball for that long, but good job by Fuentes on the edge, able to get to the quarterback.
Ends up going down as an 8-yard loss. Now third down and very long to go. Effectively goal to go. They got 4 wide receivers in the 2-and-2. Wigmore rolls to his right. Has time. Goes for the deep ball, and it's caught at the 5 by Mac Chima. First and goal to go for Baltimore.
And Mac and Cheese did it again right there. I love the play design, rolling out to the right to give your quarterback more time. Was able to cut in front of the defender to catch that ball for a big first down for Baltimore to keep the drive alive.
Now looking at about 14 feet from pay dirt. First and goal to go. Heavy I formation. Ivory Irvin from the right side. He'll go in motion to his left. You see how DC's stacking the box. They're ready for that run. Almost 10 of them in the box, almost. Handoff, T-Roy Gaines will push for about a yard. He probably gets to about the 4-yard line. You see Foster, the backup inside linebacker, still in for the injured Declan O'Rourke to make second and goal. Now from about the 3.5. Irvin now going from the slot over to the right side in the wide receiver position. Handoff up the middle. And it will score! Touchdown! War! Who? In Murray. What is he good for?
A touchdown, apparently, because right there, that was just who was going to push who forward. You had 8 offensive linemen. You had so many blockers there, but you also had DC with 8 in the box. It was just nose-to-nose football, and Murray was able to find his way through all the gaps right there to get into the end zone.
What a great push there from Murray to get into the end zone. Caps 11 plays, 88-yard drive. So remember, they ended up with a bit of a deep run to start the drive. And the extra point from Tarkington up and good. Makes it 24-20 with 1:44 to go here in the third quarter. Oh, Man, this has been the barn burner of a game we have been anticipating, and boy, this game has definitely lived up to the hype. Kick going to be taken deep into the end zone and knelt down for the touchback. And you kind of see the from the drive summary here after the start of the half. DC made that field goal, then Baltimore made the touchdown. Barring that end of the half, the last 5 consecutive drives have resulted in scores for either team. DC now at the 20. Synergy going to face the blitz. Quick throw. Has a man open. It's Lauren Prococo. She gets down to about the 47. And it's a great first down as DC picked up the blitz and put it down for 27 yards.
That play would not have happened if DC didn't pick up the blitz. They kept the running back in to block, and he was able to do a cut block to get that blitzing linebacker. Looks like the defender overshot the pass right there. Good concentration right there by Lauren to catch the ball, breaking over 100 yards receiving, I believe, for the day.
Yeah, Lauren Prococo currently at 106 passing yards on the day, 7 for 10 on the day so far. Synergy going to throw as another one down here, and that's going to be for Walters, the other tight end, as he crosses into enemy territory for a gain of 15.
And we're going to gear up for a really good game going into the fourth quarter. Ethan, you're talking about they're scoring on 5 consecutive drives back and forth, Baltimore and DC. What's going to happen is the defense going to have to make a stop and force the team to either kick a field goal or punt the ball right there. Because right now, both offense are clicking and they're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, it's been a real good offensive showcase ever since about the halfway point of the second quarter. It's been score, and DC looking to possibly make it number 6 in a row on this drive. Motion over to the left side. That's Josh Gill. Synergy facing the blitz. Throws it out. Gets it caught by Gill. Another 14-yarder. Gets the chains moving again. First down, Dragons.
And fantastic job by Synergy. That pocket was collapsing right there, knowing that he was going to take a hit on the throw and still deliver a strike to Gill over the middle. It's this phenomenal quarterback play from both teams.
And you can look at the numbers there for Synergy. 244 on the day on 17 of 23 passes. He'll go for another one here. Number 24 for Synergy. Rolling out to his right. Gets away. As a defender. Gets it away for the pass. And it's caught by Mike Churchill. Inside the 5. Inside the 2, really. It's first and goal to go. As we are going to head to the end of the third quarter. Oh, this is going to be a good one, folks. I cannot wait to see how this one's going to end. Put your 4s, 12s, 68s, and 86s in the chat. 1 quarter to go. DC looking to take the lead as we start the fourth. This is the SFL presented by APM Music. Chris Curtis, read us our rights.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Back here at the start of the fourth quarter here, just getting an update from Declan O'Rourke. His return is probable with a broken hand. That is going to be an interesting development if Declan O'Rourke is able to get back into the game with that kind of injury. But it will depend on how things go here in this last bit, here in the fourth quarter. Ethan Muslin, Anthony Ellison here in the commentary booth here tonight. Oh, man, we have got ourselves a great finish here tonight, I can guarantee you. First and goal from inside the 2. Synergy checks it down, and it was caught by Kevin Say on a bit of a lateral. But Elijah Warfield there to blow up the play. It's a loss of 2.
And how we got here was fantastic blocking, but you know what? Keeping the ball, keeping the play alive by Synergy, and the receiver breaking off this route to get to where our open target can be, got DC down here to a goal line situation.
Say going to push out to the outside, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. A good run there as Loshaw makes the stop. Now 3rd and goal to go.
And what we're seeing is a fantastic passing display by Synergy. breaking his previous high of 217 yards passing, coming up today with great big-time plays. Let's see if he can do another one.
Two tight ends to the left. They're going to go that way for Kevin Say, and he dives into the end zone. Touchdown, DC!
And that's the way to cap off a phenomenal drive right there by getting the running back, Say, the ball right there. Great blocking by the left tackle. If you saw it, he kicked out the defensive end, and Say just went off his hip right into the end zone right here. DC is realizing that they have a good opportunity to win this game right here. But the thing is, Baltimore, let's go ahead and respond. This is a heavyweight fight right here. And what we're seeing is we're seeing back and forth, blow for blow by each team. Chat, get ready. This is going to be a good fourth quarter.
This is going to be a great one as Kevin Say gets his second touchdown of the day. First one on the ground. Extra point from Potty up and good, making it 27-24 with 9:14 to go here in the fourth quarter, and this is going to be a dramatic one for sure. Kickoff underway. This will be taken deep into the end zone. That will be a touchback. Puts Baltimore on their own 20-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Baltimore taking the ball from their own 20. Twins to the left. They're going to pitch out to the weak side with T-Roy Gaines. Jakes a couple of defenders. He manages to push and struggle his way for a 4-yard gain.
So we're going to go down the wire. It's going to be who can make the defensive stop here. It's going to be Baltimore. It's going to be DC, because it's only going to take one to get the advantage your way.
2nd and 6, just inside the 24. Wigmore to throw. Has time. Throws it out. Whoa, way overthrew his target. Incomplete. Not sure who that was intended for, but it was definitely thrown into double coverage.
That could have been a problem. You don't want to ever throw to double coverage if you don't need to. Baltimore right here, this is a manageable third down right here. You don't want your momentum to stall because DC is feeling good right now.
Absolutely. Taking the lead starting in the fourth quarter. They really need that momentum. Wigmore to throw with 4 on the rush. Has time. Needs to get it away. He will. Open receiver is Mac Chima as he's in front of those secondary defenders. Gets inside DC territory for the first down.
And I can't stress enough, I've been saying this the whole game, offensive line play right here. The fact is, when you only rush 5, the offensive line picked it up. They kept the tight end to block it. It gives you time for your receivers to do those long routes down the field. And Big Mac is ready. Over 100 yards receiving for the day.
That last one going for 28 yards, just a couple yards shy of his long of the night, which is 31. 1st and 10, Twins to the left side on the split back set. Handoff for Murray. Caught in a little bit of traffic as he got behind his offensive lineman. Only getting 1 on the play as the tackle is made by Darrell Bullock.
And I do want to give flowers to both of the quarterbacks here, realizing that the running hasn't been what they want to, so they've been relying on the arms of their quarterbacks, and they've been doing a fantastic job.
2nd down and 9 to go. Wigmore to throw. Gets away from the defenders. Has time to get it out. Throws it out for an open man. It's Ivory Irvin at the 10. And he'll push down inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal to go, Baltimore. This is a back and forth knockout fight.
And this is what we want in 2 quarterbacks here. You don't want to be a statue in the pocket. You got to move around. You got to create time, because you know if you want these big plays down the field, you need a couple seconds. And that's what right there Wigmore did, was able to move around just enough in the pocket to be able to set his feet and give time for the receiver to do a big crossing route over the middle.
39 yards on that pass to Irvin. That's the longest pass for either team this game. Gaines going to push up the middle, and he breaks through and conquers into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore!
And the back and forth continues right there. You cannot tackle Gaines by yourself. That's when you need a team effort right there. Great job for the blocking. When you can be able to kick out both linebackers, it was just a one-on-one. It was Gaines versus the safety. And you know what? I'm going to put my money on Gaines every day to break that tackle.
Wow, great run there from T-Roy. Gets the first touchdown on the ground for him today, as they are now an extra point away from making this a 31-27 game. It is up, and it is good. And now we're starting to see some shades of that last matchup, because Baltimore had 31 the last game. DC got to 30, and that was all they could do. So, is this going to be a case of second versus same as the first? Darkington kicks it away. It'll be taken just inside the end zone. Run out to the 10, to the 20. And up gets a few yards profit there from Harrison, as they'll bring it up to the 26-yard line. You got to figure DC knows they cannot settle for a field goal here. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at an exact duplicate of the last time these two faced off.
You just keep doing what you've been doing on offense, DC. Synergy is really in synergy with his receivers right there. The offensive line has been doing a great job. You want to keep that up, because one play can change everything.
Starting from the DC 26, twins to the right side on the offset I formation. Look at that box stacked up. 7 in the box for Baltimore. They're going to rush 5. Quick pass for Synergy. Overthrows his target. Incomplete. That looked to be Lauren Prococo, the intended receiver.
So now we're seeing Baltimore come out in more of a blitz-heavy defense right here, trying to get to the quarterback as quickly as possible. If you can get there before the quarterback can set his feet, you're going to see errant passes like we just saw right there.
Second down and 10. Now going to 3 wide receivers against a nickel package. Look at that split set. They might be rushing up the middle here. They'll rush 4, and Kevin Say stays on his feet, and we'll get a couple of yards on there to make it 3rd down and 8. One bit of note that I wanted to make for T-Roy Gaines on that score, that is career touchdown number 100 of his career. So T-Roy Gaines, the Hall of Famer, now in triple digits in the end zone. Congratulations to T-Roy Gaines. 3rd down now for DC. Synergy looking to throw. Gets away from the pressure. Has the open receiver. Lord Prococo down to the 43 of Baltimore. And the drive continues for the Dragons.
This is really remarkable. The pocket presence that Synergy is having this game is absolutely phenomenal. Moved over to the left, knowing that there's an edge rusher coming from your blind side, and was able to get enough time so your tight end, Lauren, can get to an open spot. That is just great patience and pocket presence right there for Synergy.
Prococo, we know for sure, is over 100 yards receiving on the day. They now at the 43. Handoff to Say on the pitch. Spins around 1. Gets around for the first down to the 30. And moves out of bounds to the 29 before Bolt can bring him down. Great run of 11 yards for Kevin Say as they move the chains again.
Yeah, and you know what? You got your receivers blocking right there. Give you enough on the edge to get to where Say needs to be. And right there, you saw the receiver on the outside pushing the defensive back inside. Is team blocking, and this is what we're seeing for DC right now.
Yeah, big job from blocking on the line. Just great job from the tight end and from the key tackle Lucas Walters, the 6'6" rookie. Pitch out to the right side for Kevin Say, and he'll pushes for a good chunk of yards, but oh no, I think he's down. He is. Kevin Say is hurt. Oh, this is a bad omen for Washington. They cannot lose Kevin Say, not at this point in the game.
And we hope everything is okay for Say. This is something you don't want to see when you see one of your star running backs go down with an injury. But the thing is, with DC is going to be the next person up, and right now that's going to be Chuck Stellers with there. Keep the same game plan. Stellers can do the same thing.
So it'll be now 2nd down and 4. Now they're going to be without Kevin Say. They're going to hand it off up the left side. It'll be that secondary running back. He'll get just enough for the first down. That's Chuck Steller, the backup running back. stepping in as the next man up, and he's doing his part for DC. He keeps the chains moving.
And this is going to be big for Stellars right here. You got an offensive line that believes in you, that has your back, and they're going to give you the holes that you need to get through to get these big yardage.
Synergy against the blitz, throws it out just in time, right before anybody could get his hands on him, and it's incomplete.
So right there, we see Baltimore to effective blitz for me. If you can bring more than what the offense can block, it's going to be really tough for a quarterback to set their feet, especially when they're known for throwing deeper passes. Baltimore said, we want to get to the quarterback before any of that can happen.
2nd and 10, just inside the red zone. Receiver now in motion from left to right. That is Ronnie Shanahan. We haven't heard much of him so far tonight. 5 on the play clock. Synergy rolling out right. Has time. Throws it up. Docked away. Incomplete. Great deflection from Troy Lowshaw. Now 3rd down and 10.
And like I said, not every pass can be intercepted. Something like that is big if you could just knock it down. Especially they went to their rollout play looking for the tight end over the middle. And just a great pass deflection right there.
It'll be 3rd and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Stellar in the backfield. You see that dime set. They're going to rush 5. Synergy on the quick pass. Caught by Prococo. Gets rolled down to the 5 into the 4-yard line. Oh, and we may have another injury on the play. It is Troy Lowshaw who's getting hurt. Oh my goodness. Both sides losing key players on this drive. Boy, this has really been that knockdown drag-out battle, and now people are having to go into the tent.
This is a physical game right here, and the back and forth is absolutely phenomenal. Right there, Synergy called the hot read for the tight end to go over the middle. Saul recognized the blitz was coming and told Lauren to go right where they're blitzing at.
Took Prococo down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal to go. 2 tight ends set to the right side. They're going to put Prococo in motion to the left. She's going into the slot position. There'll be a handoff. Stellar, right side, pushes and rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, DC!
And I said this before. We've been saying that we got ourselves a ball game. This is going to be going to the wire. Once again, that's a great play call. They switched to the run to the right side. They saw that they had more of an advantage blocking on the right. I call that a seal and approve. When you can seal the defensive line down, all the running back has to do is go to the outside, and that's a touchdown.
Great cap of the drive. 3-yard touchdown from Chuck Stellar, stepping up for the injured Kevin Say as Pawty kicks the extra point up and through. 5:11 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's a 3-point lead. DC holding on to the lead, 34-31. Oh, we said at the beginning of the broadcast this was going to be a great battle, and boy, this has not disappointed in the slightest. Ball taken from outside of the end zone. This is going to be Daley Holder on the return from the 20. And he'll run it up to the 29-yard line. Coming up next on SFL YouTube, the Alamo City Artillery attempt to follow in Florida's unbeaten footsteps and pull ahead of Fort Worth in the South Division when they host Mexico City, facing a must-win matchup. Plus, another pair of Atlantic teams do battle in the Battle for Carolina. It's the Skyhawks and the Predators, and that'll be coming up next in about an hour here on the SFL YouTube. Wigmore on the check down, will throw it out, and a nice catch there to Jackson Roberts, the other tight end for Baltimore, gets a gain of 7.
And right now, Baltimore, the time is winding down, maybe mix in some more runs so you can chew the clock a little bit. You realize that DC wants the ball back, and they're going to score. They want to score quickly, so maybe slow it down with a few runs, chew some clock.
I think they might be right there. Take some time and own this drive as T-Roy Gaines will get the first down. About a 7 or 8 yard gain to move the sticks, as we're going to enter at about 4 minutes to go here for Baltimore. They're really going to try to hold on to this football.
And that right there, very key. You saw the guard pulling to the outside, was able to kick out that defender and then Gaines, all he has to do is just follow right behind and go inside. That's a good run design.
Great design run play there. 1st and 10 at the 44. Offset I, 2 wide receivers. A little bit of a stacked box. They're going to rush 4. Up the middle is Gaines, and he gets about 4 on the play before getting brought down by Saeed Gore. You see there, number 50 is the secondary inside linebacker. He's in place for Declan O'Rourke, still out with that broken hand injury. They did say he was probable to return, but they might not bring him in until maybe the absolute last minute. 2nd down and 6. 2 tight ends to the left. Pitch out that way for T-Roy. He's got room with blocks. He'll shake one man and get caught just short of the 1st down. DeSantis pushing him away from that line to gain. Now it'll be 3rd and short.
And I believe that was number 10, Irvin on the outside, holding the block right there so Gaines can get around, and then broke the 100-yard mark for the day. But once again, when you got your receivers blocking like that, it just makes things work so much better.
It really does. 3rd down and 1, split tight end set. On the offset I. Clock now to about 3:45. Handoff for Gaines. He'll get just enough for the 1st down. Gets about 3 more after contact. And pushing his way down to about the 45 of DC.
And this is a great game plan by Baltimore. You run the ball. You're chewing clock. And now DC's got to start thinking about timeouts coming up here, realizing that you only have 2 because you lost a challenge, but you do have that 2-minute warning. But the fact is Baltimore is just moving the ball by running.
They are trying to hold on to keep this the final drive. Wigmore on the throw. Caught by Daly Holder. Down to the 24-yard line, another 1st down.
And right there, catching DC sleeping right there, mixing a passing play. Irving did a fantastic, nice little shake to go to the inside of the post route. Caught it, stayed in bounds. Clock is still running.
Ends up going for 16 on the catch. Irvin now 132 yards pass of receiving yards on the day. Currently 7 for 11. Get that man a Slurpee. Wigmore facing the blitz. Has the coverage. Gets it away just in time and overthrew his target. Incomplete. Oh, that was very close to being a sack, but Wigmore got that out just in time. Now 2nd down and 10 from the 24. And you see Ackerman, the tight end, on the left side. 2 receivers to the right. Wigmore to throw, facing 5 again, but he cannot get around the block! And it's a 5-yard sack for the defensive end.
Great time to dial up the corner blitz right there. It was just too many blitzers coming at Baltimore. They wasn't able to shift their linemen over. That's a great call, putting Baltimore in a 3rd and 15. Maybe 2 down territory, I see.
Maybe. That's a great sack from Peanut Say. He hasn't had much for his career. Wigmore looks for the throw. Oh my goodness! Chima with the catch inside the 10. It's 1st and goal again for Baltimore. And they're going to have the ball going into the 2-minute warning.
And once again, it's that rollout to the strong side of the field. I see why they call him mac and cheese right there. It's just so cheese to be able to go up and get it from a big target right there. Fantastic throw and an even better catch.
That sack, by the way, for Peanut Say, number 1 in his career. As we are winding down to the 2-minute warning. This will be the last play before the warning. Gaines will get down to about the 5. That will stop the clock with 1:58 left as Fuentes makes the stop. 2 minutes to go. We are down to the wire. Baltimore down by 3, but they're looking to get 7. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. The dungeon getting loud here as it's 2nd down and goal to go for Baltimore. Wigmore patching it out to Gaines. On the left side, takes one, takes another, but gets out of bounds. Great job by the defense to prevent him from getting in any further into the end zone. It's going to make it 3rd down and goal to go. And boy, this game has just been an utter showcase for both Wigmore and Synergy. Both of these players on season highs in passing. 3rd and goal from the 2. Irvin in motion from right to left. They're going to stick with the man coverage. You see there, the coverage there will be on 24, Peanut Say. Pitch out to Gaines up the middle. Stopped at the 2! Stopped by Chris Britton, the 3rd! And it'll be 4th and goal to go. You got to think Baltimore's going to probably kick the field goal.
You have to take your points right there, but we talk about it. It's going to take one big play to change the momentum. You stop them from potentially scoring to set up a field goal right here. Now all DC needs is a field goal to potentially go ahead, take the lead, and win the game right there. That is a big play. People are not going to talk about it. Is when you can stop them and only kick a field goal, so now you have 2 options to score and potentially win the game.
Fantastic goal line stand from the DC defense. Ties it up 34-34 with 1:25 to go in the ball game. DC's going to have 2 timeouts to work with. And you got to figure if they get close to field goal range, Baltimore might start calling their own. Ball going to be taken at the goal line. Rushed up the middle to the 20 and makes the man miss to the 25 to the 30 and down to the 31-yard line. Sam Harrison making the hit. And oh man, another player for Baltimore is down. This is Quentin Caver, the secondary linebacker on special teams. It got really physical here in this final quarter, and boy, both teams have really suffered for it.
And unfortunately, when you have a physical game like this, injuries can happen. You just hope everybody's okay. But this is a back and forth.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for DC at their own 31. They'll have twins to the left. Offset eye. Synergy to throw. Quick pass. One-handed catch from Mike Churchill. Gets to the 42, 43-yard line, and it's a 1st down for DC.
Big time throw and a big time catch right here. Now the clock is not on your side right here. You need to get in field goal range.
I think they might start doing that now with less than a minute to go. They'll probably go into hurry up, maybe start calling timeouts. 3 wide receivers for 1st down. Synergy to throw. Look on the wound, gets away. As the jumping catch for Churchill. But they are not going to rush it out here so far. They have crossed into closing in on enemy territory. They're going to let it run.
Yeah, a little more sense of urgency right here. You still need about, I want to say, 25 yards to get in the field goal range.
Pitch over to Stellar. He'll get a couple of yards, get right to midfield. That'll bring up 3rd down and 1, and now DC will take their 2nd timeout.
So the priority here is to get the 1st down before anything else, because you don't want to put yourself in a 4th down situation right here. But you also know you want to go for the win, so look at pushing the ball safely down the field.
They're going to go 2 and 2 for 3rd down and short. Putting Ronnie Shanahan in motion to the right side, so they'll have 3 on the right. 5 on the play clock. Synergy gonna throw, facing 4 on the rush. Quick pass. No, nearly intercepted on the deflection. And it comes away with nothing. It'll be 4th and 1. Oh, this is a tough call here.
This is when the unsung heroes, the punters and kickers come involved. Right now, you're looking to pin down Baltimore deep in their territory right here. You don't need to kick it to them. Just kick it off out of bounds.
And they will do that. They'll go for a bit of a coffin kick. It's going to go down to the right. Fair catch will be called at the 18-yard line with 18 seconds left. Baltimore has all 3 timeouts. Do they go for the win here, or do they try to do it in overtime? That's the question.
If so, you have 3 timeouts here. You don't want to throw it into double coverage. We saw a few of those passes with double coverage, and that's how you get it. Oh, if you need to, just let's go into overtime.
They're going to go 4 wide receivers. Chima in motion from left to right. Going into the slot position. From the 18, 1st and 10. Wigmore going to go for a quick pass. Deflected and nearly caught there. It's incomplete. Again, that's another stop there for the inside linebacker.
And I don't think Wigmore saw that linebacker drop back in coverage right there. Was really focused on getting the ball down the field, and that was almost an interception.
That would be probably the worst possible time to have it as well, to have any sort of turnover. 15 seconds left, 2nd and 10. Wigmore to throw again, has some nice coverage, has an open man, it's Caesar Ackerman down to the 33, and that's where they'll take their first timeout with 9 seconds to go.
So if I'm Baltimore, you got 9 seconds. You need, I think that get to like the 37-yard line there. You still have a lot. Maybe take one more big shot down the field. If not, it's okay to take it to overtime.
Yeah, they'll have one shot to maybe try to get the first down and get some time moving. Wigmore to throw. Has a man, and it's caught down at the 47-yard line. Ivory Irvin makes the catch, and it'll be the second timeout. But with 3 seconds left, this is probably Hail Mary territory.
Yeah, this is a little bit too long of a field goal right here. So at this point right now, you just want to throw it up. If I'm the defense, you just want to knock it down, and you can go into overtime.
They're going to have 3 receivers to the right. Will this probably be the last play of regulation? Wigmore rolling right. Going to throw, gets the short pass, and didn't want to try to do anything crazy there, giving the pass to Irvin. And it'll be a first down, but it won't do much there as we reach the end of regulation. Look at this. Just looking at the regulation stats so far. Synergy over 300 yards passing. Wigmore's over 400 yards of passing. As we are going to go into overtime in Washington. Tied up 34-34. Time for some bonus football here on the Simulation Football League. Toss there for overtime. DC will get the ball to start this overtime period. Remember, it is 1 score and done in overtime. There is no equal share of the football. None of that stuff. It is the first points, and that is it. It is on both of your offense and your defense to try to get the job done. DC going to get the ball to start overtime. They'll start it from just inside their own end zone. Brings out to the 20. Up to the 25. Shanahan stays on his feet and gets to the 29-yard line. Great field position for DC to start their next drive.
And with the rules, the first points win the game. This is the first overtime for both teams this year. DC is still feeling it on fire on their offense here. Baltimore just looking for a stop so they have a chance to have the ball.
Yeah, Synergy's going to have to really start driving down the field a bit. He's just been an amazing passer so far today. 22 of 32 for over 300 yards. This is going to be an exciting one. We said it was going to be close, and boy, we weren't kidding. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be Stellar getting about 7. And that's not a bad idea. Just take it easy. Play the ball to your strengths. And just move that ball down the field because you only need 3 to win the game. Second down and 3 now. 2 tight ends and a receiver close to the tight end there. They're going to pitch it out to Stellar. Oh, and he is lit up at the line of scrimmage. Nearly shoved down by Alvin Mack. Going to make a 3rd down and 4.
And Mack has been all around the ball today right here. That's a big play. This is a big 3rd down because if DC punts the ball away, this gives Baltimore the chance to score.
Might see Synergy throw here on this play. No, they will pitch it, and Stellar got met right as soon as he caught that ball. Great job there from Keenan Samuels getting around the coverage, only putting in 1 yard. So that'll bring up 4th down and 3, and you got to figure DC is going to punt it away.
And that's exactly what Baltimore wanted right there. Called up the blitz at the perfect time. Now it's Baltimore's turn to see if they can walk off and win.
Punt underway, and it's going to go right down the middle of the field. Be fielded right at the 26 by Ivory Irvin. And he'll get about 5 on the return. Baltimore going to get about the same field position from their own 31-yard line. This is going to be interesting. Let's see how Wigmore decides to field the offense on this drive. So far, 23 of 37, 421 yards of passing. Wigmore to throw, facing a 5-man rush. Gets it out to T-Roy Gaines. Shakes a man down at 5 and gets away for a first down. Gets to about to the 45-yard line, 15-yard gain. One thing to note about the DC drives, the back-to-back drives, the last drives they've had, both of them have been 3 and out, despite scoring on 6 of their first 8.
And that's Baltimore making the adjustment on the sideline. The defensive coordinator is saying, look, I'm going to blitz more people to get DC unsettled. But right now, Baltimore can take their time. Gaines is running the ball and catching the ball phenomenal. You just need to get in the field goal range.
Figure they got to get to about the 33 to get into decent range. Daley Holder going in motion to the right side. Will join up for 2 there on that position. Wigmore to hand off up the middle for Murray. He'll get a couple of yards there. Kept pushing and manages to get 4 on the play. Baltimore slowly moving down that field, probably about 17 or so yards away from getting into field goal range. Maybe more comfortable 20 would be the goal. On the pitch to Gaines, he'll go outside, met at the line, gets the one bulldozed, gets to the 40, down to the 35, to the 30, there in field goal range, out of bounds at the 23. Baltimore now for sure in range for Shark Tarkington to kick the field goal and give the Vultures the win.
And that's just the will of the way right there. Fantastic blocking on the outside by the receivers. We've been saying that all day, and Gaines just kept on gaining like yardage and yardage later on in the game, making DC tired, and now they're setting up for a potential win.
They're going to try to go for a few more yards, though, and I can't say I blame them. Do a few yards on the ground. Keep it a little easy on you. Right now, you'd be looking at about a 39-yard attempt. Handoff from Murray up the middle, and keeps his moving down to the outside, down to the 15-yard line. That should be more than enough for Tarkington to kick that field goal.
And you started to see the fatigue in DC's defense right there. And the offensive line for Baltimore is just pushing them back, just getting big yardage right here. If I'm Baltimore now, I just want to run maybe towards the middle of the field, make it a little bit more easier for the kicker.
But they are going to put it in for Tarkington for 31 yards from the right hash to give the Vultures the win. It is up. It is good. And that will do it. 5 plays, 54 yards. The game is over. Baltimore wins it 37-34 on a game-winning field goal from Shark Tarkington in overtime. What a game we had here between both these squads. And again, we said it was going to be a big one, and boy, did they deliver. Both of these teams just fantastic, both on the ground and through the air.
And either team fans, like, you can't be mad about that. That's just a very competitive football game. This is what we want to see every single time stepping on the field here at SFL. And we just saw an instant classic right here.
Absolutely. Look at this. Over 1,087 yards of total offense between both of these squads. Season highs for both quarterbacks. Just an amazing effort for both in the air and on the ground. Baltimore got over 170 on the ground. DC got 110. Player of the game, I got to think, is Jack Wigmore.
Absolutely right there. Rough start in the beginning for Wigmore, but if they were to pick it up, throwing over 400 yards with a couple of touchdowns right there. Great job by the receivers, Big Mac, Ivory Irvins with the big catches throughout the game right there. The offensive line for Baltimore never giving up, recognizing that DC wanted to blitz more and Baltimore made adjustments to help them out. This is why they're the defending champions right here. We saw a fantastic game.
Absolutely. Once again, final score, Baltimore 37, DC 34 in overtime. That'll do it for us here from the nation's capital. For my partner, Mr. Anthony Ellison, our statisticians, oh, we had a good stuff. Caleb and Dakota did a great job on stats. They made us look fantastic. I'm Ethan Muslin. Once again, final 37-34 Baltimore. We got more games coming up in just a few minutes. Stay tuned here to SFL YouTube. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you then.